It's the fastest shut your mouth lounge you ever heard. Coming straight to your ears from the internet. Eddie. Pink.
Hey.
Alex. All right. Pink, you got anything coming out of your channel?
No. I don't believe so.
Eddie.
No.
I don't have anything coming out on my channel. Let me check what's going up on the group channel. We got, oh boy, it's Halloween week still going on. So, what we got coming out on Monday is Spooky House of Jump Scare Management, Spooky Jump Scare Mansion with Mike and Eddie and Goku and Alex. On Tuesday, Faith, Arthur. On Wednesday, Outlast 2. Boy, that was a disappointing recording, but hey, what else can you expect from Outlast 2?
I don't remember what we got out of that.
Outlast 2.
What Outlast 2 is.
It's a shit game.
There. Yeah, it's a bad game.
Thursday, Thursday was a recording I was a lot happier with. Evil Within. Some good moments happened in that one.
Ooh.
I mean, we recorded those two back to back.
Yeah. Friday, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Ooh.
Were we there for that one? Or was I there for that one?
No.
Which one was Resident Evil where you spent so much time adjusting your inventory?
Resident Evil 4.
And that was W.
Okay, was that last year or this year?
Yeah, that was last year.
Wow, time flies.
Pink, if you were there for Resident Evil 2 Remake's video, you'd have spent the entire time just fawning over Claire.
I believe it.
And no, go ahead, Eddie.
The Resident Evil 2 recording can be summarized as where you give me more gore.
Yeah. Saturday, a secret project. Alongside Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 150, the Halloween special.
Oh boy.
No, Saturday is when we record it. Sunday is when it's coming out.
Shut up! Anyways. So, Pink, what you been doing this week?
There's been a lot of Stronghold Crusader this week. I got back into that just out of the blue because for some odd reason, YouTube recommended me a video on Stronghold Crusader out of the blue. It's like, I have not watched anything pertaining to that in several years. I don't understand why it's being recommended to me now. But I watched it and I was like, hey, I never finished that campaign. I'm going to go try to do it again. A lot of cheese strats in that game. Yeah. I've been manipulating the system quite a bit just because I'm very rusty and didn't want to have to start over from scratch because I'm left off in the middle of their little campaign trails, and like, everything's going to be a lot harder now because you're given less gold, less troops, less everything, and you're placed in not very strategic positions. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to be cheesing this just a little bit.
Sometimes cheesing is funner than playing the game properly.
Absolutely. It's like, there's one thing I've been abusing is if you pause the game, not by bringing up the menu or anything, but you press P and it just pauses the game flat out. So if you're on let's say you've selected an apple orchard, you can make it, what's the word they use? You can disable that apple orchard so it's not going to be workable anymore. But then if you keep enabling and disabling it while the game is paused, when you unpause it, basically all your peasants, they just, all of them line up, put on some worker suits, go out and work the apple fields. So you can have one apple orchard that will typically only be workable by one peasant, and you've got the entire kingdom working on that apple orchard, and you can fill up your granaries like nothing. It's wild.
So the apple trees just start machine gun firing apples out.
Yep, it's raining apples. Hallelujah.
And suddenly it turns into a game of I want to be the guy. Oh no. Anything else?
Anything else? Honestly, I've been playing a lot of 2K20. Game released last year. A year later, it's still terrible.
All right, still buggy, right?
Yeah, still bugs. The worst game 2K has put out. I get enjoyment out of it because of the roster they have, and that's about it. If it weren't for the fact that a lot of my favorites like Tony Storm and Tommaso Ciampa aren't in 2K19, I probably would have just stuck with 2K19. But because they are in 2K20, I have to put up with that one. And at this point, after all the patches, it's not terrible if you're running everything as the base game. If you don't include any CAWs, any created arenas, or anything like that.
If you ignore half the game's features, it works.
Yeah, ignore half of the game's features. Play the base game as God rightly intended, and you'll be fine. It'll only crash maybe once every hour or so.
All right, that's a pretty good rate.
Yeah, that's a steal right there.
Oh man.
So, yeah, playing through like normal average things, didn't adjust any of the shows in any way. I left all the champions as are, or championships rather, and I left all the shows as they are. Having some fun with that. Gets difficult booking things when you have so many favorite wrestlers that you want to push, but there are only so few belts. Not everyone can be world champion, so I'll just make Miz champion of everything, and that'll kind of balance that out.
Oh.
Nothing else going on though. Overwatch has their Halloween event. I was playing a lot of that last night with my little brother and little sister, who are both probably taller than me. No, my brother's taller than me, but my little sister's still smaller.
Big little.
Yeah, big little.
All right.
A lot of Junkin Science Revenge. Always a good time. We died a lot. It was pretty awesome. But that's it.
All right, Addy, what you been doing?
So I have been playing Ghost of Tsushima.
New Game Plus, right?
Yes, New Game Plus. So they actually added more content.
Yes, I heard of that.
Unsurprisingly, they have they have 2 more outfits that you can buy with like they added an additional form of currency that is called ghost flowers. You just get them for doing missions.
Oh.
Or actually just doing anything. Like if you do a mission, you get ghost flowers. If you do if you go to shrines and pray to the shrines, you get ghost flowers. If you follow foxes, you get ghost flowers. Anything that you can do for experience in the game otherwise anyway, you get ghost flowers for.
You now get an additional reward for doing what you would have done anyways.
Yeah, basically. Which I appreciate. It is a good incentive to actually do the grindy stuff again.
Yeah.
If you want to unlock stuff. Let's see. What else they changed? Well, they did add a good amount of new masks, which are basically just recolors and retextures of older masks, or like base game masks. But like sometimes that's enough, and I'd say in this case it was enough.
Yeah, there's a fairly significant difference between having an Oni mask in red or blue.
Yeah. And it's also a thing of like, there's this wolf mask, and I don't remember what color scheme it is in the normal game, but there's this wolf mask, and the variants they put in, there's one that's just colored all black because, well, of course, you're a ninja. There's one that's colored to look like a fox because, that's the game's animal. And there's one that's white and has blood splatters on it. So I like the small details like that.
Yeah.
What else? There is a New Game Plus horse.
A New Game Plus horse?
Yes. If you go with New Game Plus, you don't get to choose a horse at first. So they just give you a New Game Plus horse that is black and red.
Huh. Is it the best horse or just good?
It's the same. The horses are only visual.
Ah, okay. Did not know that. Okay.
That sucks. Give me a friggin' unicorn.
Oh, Pink, you'd have been so happy with Red Dead Redemption 1's online. You start out with a donkey. You can unlock a variety of horses with different stats. If you get to the end game, you can get I don't remember if you can get a unicorn, but you can definitely get a bull.
Oh my goodness.
And let me tell you, that thing was terrifying as a new player because people just fucking run you down. Oh man, Undead Nightmare, they added the 4 horses of the apocalypse that you could just ride.
Nice.
And it was badass riding war because, of course, it left hoof prints of fire in the sand. anyways, carry on, Addy.
Yeah, so let's see what else they had. They added new dyes. There's the new color schemes for lot of, not all of them, but a lot of the costumes that were in the game by default,
All right.
which is also nice. You can upgrade shit more, stuff like that. The one big feature that I felt the game lacked that they added in New Game Plus and New Game Plus only is the ability to skip cutscenes.
Ooh, all right. That's a pretty big feature.
Yeah, and using it, having used it extensively in my current playthrough, I now get why it's not in the base game. Because turns out most of the cutscenes are in engine, and the triggers are dependent on where your character is standing. So if you skip at the wrong time, sometimes triggers don't happen.
Huh?
Which is something that they can and probably will patch with time. But you know, it's interesting seeing how they give you the option and it reveals why they didn't give you the option by default.
That is really funny. Yeah.
Like there was a scene when I was on a boat that is only there for that one mission. So when I skipped the end cutscene for that mission, the boat disappeared and I just spawned in the air above the sea.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, I also played Legends mode, which is the online multiplayer thing that they added.
Co-op, right?
Yes, co-op, but you can also play it alone if you turn off matchmaking, which is funny.
Okay.
Playing it alone is hard mode, by the way, no matter what difficulty you want to otherwise play on. And
Figured,
yeah,
this mode that's designed for 4 people, probably pretty rough on one.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah, well, there's stories. There's missions called stories, and those are designed for 2 people at most. And by which I mean you can only play it in couples.
Yeah.
And then there's the survival missions, which are designed for 4 people. And yes, when I spawned into a survival mission, I died immediately because why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And the classes seem interesting. I was worried that they would just like remove parts of how Jin plays in the base game and just give the parts to the different classes. No, everyone can do anything, but the different classes do their thing better. Is the best way I can put it. So, like, you have the hunter. The hunter has bows. The hunter can rain down arrows and shit as their abilities that they can do in that mode. And everybody else also can get a bow. In fact, everybody starts out with a bow, but the hunter uses the bows best.
All right.
There's also the other classes. There's samurai, which is the tank. Their ability is lifesteal. Because tank. There's the assassin who can disappear. They basically just turn invisible, and they're supposed to be they're basically scouts. If you're not doing scouting work as an assassin, then what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And then there's the Ronin, which would be Pink's character type, who are the healers. Ronin's gimmick is that their whole ultimate is an AoE that resurrects everyone in the vicinity.
Heroes never die.
Yeah, and in fact, Pink, then this is why I think you'd like this class. So that's their ultimate, but their big ability, their class ability, is calling in a spirit dog that you can pet.
Yes, sold. It's like they were creating this with me specifically in mind.
Yeah. And what else can I talk about with Legends mode? It's an RPG, grind them up because, well, yeah. Hey, at least it's not in the main game. I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
Like, not only is it not in the base game, this is a freaking a free DLC on the size of a completely separate game. So I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
And what you do in the base game actually unlocks stuff in the multiplayer as well, so that's nice. And one last thing that I wanted to point out is there's a narrator throughout all of these because the online mode is actually just story being told to Jin. And the narrator isn't the usual narrator guy that's in the base game. No, it's Uncle Iroh.
Huh.
Just the guy who voiced Uncle Iroh.
Uncle Iroh, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the second guy who voiced Uncle Iroh, because
Yeah, probably the second guy. I think
well,
people are saying it's
well, the first guy to voice Uncle Iroh passed away in the middle of Avatar. So
yeah.
Which Pink helped me here. What's the name of the first guy who voiced Uncle Iroh?
Mako,
yes. Mako passed away during the 4th season? Or 3rd?
Second.
Yes.
Wait, what? Iroh and Aku share voice actors every time, like every voice actor?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was zoning out there.
I'm asking if Iroh and Aku share all of their voice actors then, because
Yes.
Okay, that's weird because people were talking about it's the voice of Aku.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they had that. I think that when they were doing the last season of Samurai Jack, they were like, "Oh shit, Mako passed away. We can't get him to do Aku anymore. Well, just get the guy who did the Mako impression for Avatar."
Fair enough. So yeah, that guy is also voicing the teller. Bloody hell! In Legends mode, and that's about it.
All right. Is that all you done this week?
Yeah.
All right. Well, over here on my end, I have had a raging erection ever since Pink mentioned the concept of giving all his championships in his WWE Universe to The Miz, so you'll have to give me a second. I haven't done anything this week. I've been super fucking busy. Been doing school, been recording with you guys. Like, really, the 2 things I've done this week are things I can't really talk about, because they are just, like, the usual. You know, I put some practice time into fighting EX Slayer. I played a couple missions in Assassin's Creed 2. So, yeah, I did nothing this week. Alright. A podcast, Shut Your Mouth Lounge in under 20 minutes. My God.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a record.
Addy, say bye.
Right.
Do it.
To cap it off, I have to do the meme now.
Not the meme.
There is the meme.
No!
Bye.
I'm not editing that into the video, so now it's going to be even more.
I figured.
All right, we'll see you later, folks.